Hey, Ted. Good morning. How you doing? Happy Sunday, by the way. Hey, I like your fingernails. Why didn't you paint them like gold and silver? You're hilarious. How you doing today? Were you bored? Is that why you decided to paint your fingernails? I got a good laugh out of it, so thanks so much. Hi, West Country. Hey, I just saw you were over at Magnetic North. How you doing? And for West Country, it's actually good afternoon, right? Decided to do some funny and different. That was great, Zed. It was fun. But how do you get it off? Do you get it off? Hi, Monkey Run. Hey, Monkey Run. Welcome. West Country says, hey, Zed's place. Hey, Zed. And Monkey Run. Monkey Run also over in the UK, right? So for you, Monkey Run, it's good afternoon. Hey, Ryan. Welcome. Ryan, you're up early. West Country says, yes, afternoon, and yes, always support Lee. Yes. I just happened to get my tablet out, and I saw he was live. I'm running, excuse me, I'm running Lee's playlist so we can get him to his hours. Zed says, hey, Mudlars, how you doing? West Country says, hi, Ryan. Monkey says, yep, it's 14:08. That's what, 2 o'clock? Yeah, okay, so you're 5 hours ahead of me. Okay. West Country says, same here, yep. We're going to get Lee up to that 3, and then we're going to get him to that 4. West Country Mudlarks. Mike the Bike Dasher also, I'm watching him to get him to 4. He's almost to 4. I'd have to look, but there's so many. I'm trying to help, right? West Country says, hi, new member. West Country Mudlarks says, Monkey Run 82. Monkey Run 82. Calvin, hey, Calvin. We're getting Florida weather. I hear it's really hot up north, you guys. Look at the plane. Wow. Yeah, Calvin, I heard it's gonna be hot. Hi, Rubberneck. Rubberneck says, good morning, all. We are 18 away from. Wait, what? Calvin, wait a minute. You're working on watch hours? I thought you were already monetized. I'm so sorry, Calvin. I could be playing your playlist. I did not know. And then you're still going to work towards 4, so I will add you to my list, Calvin. You guys, if you're working on hours, you have to let us know. You have to let me know. And you may have to let me know multiple times. I'll help you, Calvin. West Country says, hey there, Calvin. Zed says, hey, Rubberneck. West Country says hi to Rubberneck. And Rubberneck says hello to Zed. Kumari's here. Hi, Kumari. Welcome. Good morning, Kumari. Rubberneck's using emojis. Thank you. Calvin says, hi, West Country. West Country says, hi, Kumari. Ryan says, hey, Kumari. And Kumari says, hello to West Country. You guys, I just put up a short. We just got home from breakfast, and right here, there was a rainbow again. It was a beautiful rainbow, and it was just a half an hour ago, 40 minutes. If you get a chance, go look at it. It just happened. Kumari saying hi to everybody. Welcome, everybody. And you know who else I watch a lot is the Heartless Highlander, Maddie. I play his a lot. Calvin says it's okay. I took a long break. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, Calvin. First of all, I'm very sorry for your losses. Your losses. And no, I'll add you to my list. Yeah, I'll definitely help you out. Absolutely, positively. Monkey Run says, I'm at 179. Monkey Run. Awesome. That's fantastic. Ryan says, how's your day, Kumari? Rubberneck says, hey, West Country. What's going on? What's going on, West Country? Yeah, so we just got back. We went to McDonald's for breakfast. I like McDonald's breakfast. I don't care. We only get it probably once or twice a month. But anyways, we went for McDonald's and we went to the park and had breakfast. And when we came home, we were having a rain shower. I said to my husband, I don't know, it's raining, but it's sunny. And so we came upstairs here, and right here, there was a rainbow. What a way to start my morning, you guys. Wow, I was shocked. Calvin says, before they put in the 3,000 level, I was over that. Oh, and then you went backwards. I got you. Okay, I understand. Well, I can still help you now. Calvin says, hi, monkey, run. West Country says, the only thing I take seriously in the newspaper is fish and chips. And even that I take with a pinch of salt. That's a good one, West Country. There you go. We're pinning that up. That's so nice. Monkey, run. Sorry for your loss, Calvin. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Calvin says, thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Paul. Paul says, hi, everyone. Hi, Paul. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, Paul. We say hi to Paul. McDonald's breakfast is good, right? I get the bagel sandwich. I mean, if I ate it every day, I'd say yeah. But, you know, we go maybe twice a month. Sometimes once a month. Anne's here. You missed the rainbow. I put up a short, Anne. No, the rainbow was not on the stream. It started when we got back from breakfast. I put a short up about it, though. Rubbernecks is such a nice day, but it's going to get just hotter. Yeah. Right, Rubberneck? How hot is it going to be where you are? You guys up north are going to be hotter than us. Everybody drink your water. Drink your fluids. Drink your fluids. Drink your fluids. I can't tell you enough with the heat. Please. Monkey Rins, I love McDonald's breakfast. Me too, buddy. But like I said, we usually go, it's on the weekend, because, unless my husband's off, but during the week. But we usually just go once in a while on the weekend. And today was that day. West Country says, I feel your loss, Calvin. Oh, that's so sweet. Monkey Run says, hi, Paul. Paul says, hi back. West Country says, hey, Ann. How you doing, Ann? Ann's place is here. I have a little jingle in my head for your channel, Ann. It's the Ann jingle. Kathy said, hi. Hi, Kathy. Welcome, welcome, Kathy. Kathy has a very beautiful flower there, it looks like, too. Welcome, Kathy. Calvin says, thank you, everyone. Stop losing my dad. Aw. Oh, Calvin, I'm so sorry. And we just had Father's Day. Oh, I am so sorry, Calvin. Move forward. Yeah, that's what they want, right? And when we go, we want our family to move forward, right? So we have to really try. Yeah. It's still really hard though, Calvin. I'm so sorry. Monkey says, P.S. Davy, I know Paul in real life. You do, Monkey? Awesome. Another UK person. Anne says, I did a spur of the moment live this morning. You did? I'll watch it later, Anne. I still have to watch your trivia too. I have to catch up on you, and I have to catch up on Nature Dog. But I think other than that, I think I'm pretty caught up with almost everybody. And maybe Miss Southern Belle. But I'm getting there. I'll check it out, Ann. Calvin says they're saying 100 on Tuesday. Oh, yuck. Oh, people, drink water. Rubberneck says, I'll be chilling in my kiddie pool. There you go. When I lived up in Buffalo, I had a kiddie pool. Yep, I could fit it. I could lay in it except for my head. My whole body would fit in the kiddie pool, except my head would stick out. And I would lay in there, and my dog would chill in the backyard under a tree. My dog, Betsy, who's no longer around. Yeah, I used to have a kiddie pool, Rubberneck. Awesome. Love it. West Country says, indeed, Calvin. Move on, but never forget. Yes, never forget. Ann says, hi, West Country. Ann's Country says, oh, darn, Ann, I missed it. I'll watch a replay. Andy's here. Hey, Andy. I do have tea. Yes. Good afternoon. Andy, I have tea just for us. Rubberneck says, sorry, Calvin. I'm going through that as well. It sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, Rubberneck. It is really a hard time once we start getting older. You know, we lose our parents, our aunts and uncles. We lose our grandparents. And sometimes worse things than that. Tom's here. Hi, Tom. Tom says, morning, ma'am. Hope you all have a blessed day. Best to everyone else. Got to get back on the road. Thank you, Tom. Please be careful out there and have a great, wonderful Sunday. Thanks for being here, Tom. That's so sweet of you. Calvin says, Daisy, what part of Florida? We're in Fort Lauderdale area. We are just north of Fort Lauderdale. Calvin says, I'm sorry for your loss, Rubberneck. As am I, Rubberneck. Very sorry. Rubberneck says, it's my father-in-law, though. Still hard. Still hard. And he says, only coffee, Andy. You'll have to rage quit again. No quitting, Andy. No, no, no. Rubberneck says he's not gone yet, but yes, soup. Okay. Aw. It's very tough when your parents, in-laws are ill. Yeah, it's tough. Luminaries, Luminary Shine Fishing. Oh, this beautiful lady's here. She says, good morning, Miss Daisy. Good morning. Luminaries, you know what? Luminary Shine Fishing, that is the perfect name for you. It is, because you are just a beacon of bright light. Everybody, if you don't know Luminary Shine Fishing, go check her out. She's fantastic. Andy says, LOL, Ann. I got coffee too, mate. Espresso, and he's loving it. He's loving that espresso, Andy is. Calvin says, oh, I'm sorry, Rubberneck. Prayers for you all. Yeah, prayers for you all. Absolutely. Lisa's here. Lisa says, good morning, everybody. Beautiful friends. Hello, Lisa. We have another plane overhead, guys. Da, 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 da. Sorry, guys. I just want to talk over the plane. Trying to keep it kind of chill. It's Sunday morning, you know what I mean? Lisa says, good morning, beautiful friends. Hey, beautiful Lisa smiles a lot. How are you, honey? Thanks for being here, Lisa. West Country says, tea here, never drink water. Tea's delicious. I drink tea. I love iced tea. I like hot tea. But I still drink my water because I sweat so much in the heat. Luminary says, oh, thank you. You're very welcome, young lady. Calvin says, okay, time to focus on positive things. Yes. It's Sunday. It's a chill day. Look, we have a nice little breeze blowing. We have a nice little breeze going on. Ann says, I've never had an espresso, Andy. Luminary says, hi, Ann. Calvin says, I'm drinking coffee as well. Oh, enjoy your coffee, Calvin. West Country Mudlark says, hi, Lisa. Calvin also says, hi, Lisa. Hold on, guys. I'll move it up just a touch. Okay, there we go. Ann says, I'll have to visit you just to taste it, LOL. Yeah, let's meet up with Andy. Everybody, let's go to England. Are you in Manchester? Rubberneck says he's got his mind, but his body is not keeping up. Aw. Big health issues. Big mass on his lung and a hernia blocking his... Oh, no. Goodness gracious. Oh. Oh, Rubberneck, this is terrible. Prayers and lots of love and healing and... Hopefully, just send love to all of you guys. Luminary says hi to Lisa. Rubberneck says 95. They won't do surgery. 95. God bless. Oh, God bless. My goodness. Yeah, that might be a little risky, right? Ann says, hi, Luminaries. Andy says, I should send you some of my favorites. You can do a tasting. Yeah, you should. Yeah. That's a good idea. Ryan says, hi, Luminaries. Hey. James says, hi. Hi, James. Welcome back. Everybody say hi to my friend James. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see ya. Luminary says hi to West Country. Rubberneck said it sucks and he's so miserable. Aw. I'm sorry. It's tough. It's really tough when our parents, and then we do it to our kids, right? But it's the circle of life. I'm so sorry, Rubberneck. West Country says hi to James. West Country says, hey there, Luminary Shine Fishing. She's such a sweet girl. Luminary says hi, Ryan. Rubberneck said doctors told him to drink a lot of water, but he won't. My mom, too. My mom has kidney disease. And she's had kidney disease for about 10 years now. And she won't. She has a cup of coffee, She has a little tiny can, those little tiny cans of 6-ounce cans of pop, Coke, Pepsi, whatever you want to call it. She has one of those, and then she usually has another cup of coffee, and that's all she drinks for a whole day. I said, Mom, I drink that in one sitting. I'm like, and she won't do it. She's like, I don't like water. I don't like Gatorade. I don't like this. I don't like that. I go, okay, Mom. All right, Mom. I'm not going to argue with you. So I feel for you. Luminary says, hi, Rubberneck. Hi, anyone I missed? Share Bear. Oh, Share Bear, I hope I'm not really behind in the chat, because here you are. Welcome, Share Bear. Happy Sunday. She says, Rubberneck, try castor oil and Ovec, or Ovecmin, some type of a drug for Dad. I can't read it. I don't have my glasses. I gotta get my glasses. Rubberneck, he said he just isn't cooperating to help himself, right? He's ready to go. You know what, as sad as that sounds, he's probably ready to go. Matthew says hi. Hi, Matthew Fields. How you doing, buddy? Luminary says hi, Share Bear. Share Bear says just passing through. I got to go get ready for church. Love you all. Have a blessed day. And I probably missed you, Share Bear, but thank you, and thank you. Thank you so much, Share Bear. Happy Sunday and enjoy church. James said hi. Hi again, James. How you doing? Rubberneck says sorry, just venting, not trying to be a bummer. Rubberneck, you're not being a bummer. You're talking with friends. You're sitting with friends talking about problems that you have, things going on in your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we are all here to help each other. Dundee's Health and Fitness. Hi there, watching ads. Dundee, is that my friend Dundee? Share Bear, Sun and Love Hearts. Thank you, Share Bear. Ann says hi, James. Andy says Manchester. No, I'm from Yorkshire. Sorry, Andy. Andy's in Yorkshire. West Country says hi, Dundee's Health and Fitness. Ann says hi, Share Bear. Calvin says hi, James. Andy says, West Country says hi, Andy. Dundee says hi, West Country Mudlarks. Luminary Shinefish. Marlin, change your name. Dundee's Health and Fitness. I like it. I like it, Dundee. There you go, my friend. Let's see. Calvin says hi to James. West Country says hi, Andy. Dundee says, hey, West Country. Luminary says, hey, Marlin. Dundee says, hey, Lumi, love you, dear. Andy says, hi, West Country. Calvin says, hit that thumbs up button. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much, everybody. Dundee says hi to Ann. Ann's Place. The Reinhardt's channel. I got to catch up with you, too. Hi, Reinhardt's channel. Welcome. Good morning, my people. So you know what? It's Jack. Hi, Jack. Reinhardt's channel. How are you? Dundee says, that's insane. Lisa says, hi, Ann, Share Bear, Luminaries, and everyone. Somebody's giving us lots of love. Thank you, guys. Matthew says, my watch time hours are now 1332. Is that going down or did that go up? For some reason, I thought you were at 1400, but I could be wrong. Ann says, oh my golly, Bingo is going mad in front. He's usually very quiet, except when the rubbish removers and they don't come on Sundays. Maybe somebody's out there. Luminary says, hey, Jack Reinhardt's. Barry's here. Hey, Barry. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Everyone say hi to Barry. Oh, happy Sunday, buddy. So nice of you to stop by. I appreciate it. Dundee says, hi, Share Bear and Lisa. Reinhardt's channel says, just up to Calvin. Oh, Calvin's great. Calvin and Jeff. I love it. Ann says, be right back. Dundee says, hi, Barry. James says, hi, Barry. Rubberneck says, doesn't want to drink the water because he's in a wheelchair, no legs. He doesn't want to have to pee constantly. Oh, okay. I understand that too. You know what? I understand that, Rubberneck. That's difficult. I'm so sorry. Calvin says, hey, Barry times two. How you doing? Barry says, hello, Dundee. Luminary Shine Fishing says, hi, Barry, the favorite Barry. We have to pin that up. That's so sweet. Yes, Luminary Shine Fishing. I love that. Barry says, hello, James. Matthew says, I am okay. I'm glad you're okay, because okay is better than not okay. Rubberneck says, he doesn't, yeah. Ryan says, how's everyone's Sunday? How is everybody's Sunday? We just had a gorgeous rainbow, you guys. It was right here. It was right there. If you want to see it, I did post a short. It's only a few seconds long, and it was a beautiful rainbow this morning when we got back from breakfast. Take a look on my shorts. My shorts on my channel. Hi, Ryan. How's it going? Lisa says hi to Dundee. The Reinhardt's channel just subscribe to Rubberneck. Thank you, Reinhardt's channel. Barry says, good morning, Calvin. Dundee says, one of my other channels got a strike. So I'm trying to hit 50 on this one, hopefully by the end of the day, to use it as a backup. Just remove the strike. You can remove the strike rather than starting over. Barry says, hello, luminaries. Dundee says, the Reinhardt's channel, hi. Rubberneck says, thanks, friends. Aw, that's what friends are for, you guys. Get you through the good times and the hard times. Dundee says, the one and only my dear Kelster. Wait a minute. Dundee, you're calling me Kelster? Skits calls me Kelster. Welcome, welcome. Barry says, happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday, everybody, indeed. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Rubberneck's using emojis, thank you. James said hi. Hi, James. 21 is here. 21 SC says, good morning, Daisy May. Gotta run, but wanted to say hello to my friend and leave a like. Thank you, 21. Have a great Sunday. I love your thing on Saturday night. I love that so much. Thank you, 21, for stopping in. Dee says, hi, Rubberneck. The Reinhardt's channel says, thank you, Rubberneck. Ann says, hi, Lisa. Lisa says, good morning, Barry. Luminary Shine Fishing says, hi, James. Rubberneck says, hello, Dundee. Matthew says, I now have 1480. Oh, that might be what it was, the subscriber count. Yeah, 14. Okay. Good, Matthew. You're going. You're doing it. James is giving us a smile. Thank you, James. Barry says, good morning to Lisa. Calvin says, the clouds are rolling through there. Yes, they are. We had rain just a little while ago, but that was the rainbow. It was about 8:30, just about an hour ago. And then I put the short up. So if you want to see the rainbow, and I was outside the screen, it was beautiful. The Reinhardt channel says, thank you, Calvin. Dundee says, this is my original retired workout channel, but gonna use it as a backup. Oh, okay, Dundee. Awesome. How you doing, Dundee? How's things in your world there? Are things better for you right now? I hope so. Ann says, was a silly teenager trying to hit through the fence with a stick. They have no brains. You had a teenager trying to get through your fence? Ryan says hi to Dundee. Matthew says, I think it's going up. Good, Matthew. Good. Barry says, don't hit the target, the thumbs button too hard. You'll need it again tomorrow. You will need it tomorrow. Maybe you'll need it later too, probably. We're going to play Scrabble later. The Reinhardt's channel send us love and prayers. Calvin says, happy Sunday to you, Barry. Yeah, happy Sunday, Barry, and everybody. James using emoji. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, James. Barry says, thank you, Jeff. Andy says, wow, Ann, he's crazy kid. West Country says, hey, Barry. Barry says, hello, Mudlarks. Calvin says, thanks, Reinhardt. I just saw that comment. Luminary says, hi to Calvin. James says, hi. Hi, James. Hi again, James. Calvin said, hi, luminaries. And said, my husband told him how stupid he is, not thinking he's building an aggression towards the kid one day, and if accidentally come out, he'll go after them. Boy blush red, realized how stupid he is. Wow, that's good. Barry says, you can remove the strike. Tell the umpire that. Not in baseball, you can't. No. Calvin says, I just subbed to the Reinhardt's channel and saw you're into hockey training. I am a big hockey guy, coach for 24 years, still play. Calvin, you got something in common with Reinhardt's channel? Awesome. Calvin says, hey, Barry, you're funny. Barry says, the whole Waldo. There's Waldo behind the boat. I gotta put that up, that's all good. Rubberneck says, thank you, Reinhardt's channel. Matthew says, I still need more help with my watch hours. Yeah, you still do, Matthew. Everyone, if you are so inclined to tune into my friend Matthew Fields, he's also working on his channel, building subs, building content, working on WH. Give him a hand. And he says, where's my glasses? All right. I just hit my lip on a spoon. Andy says, Ann, some of the best lessons in life come from big mistakes. I'm glad he learned. Alfredo says, Daisy, hi, Alfredo, how's it going? Tasso, too. Hey, guys. Alfredo and Tasso, welcome, guys. This can't be possible. What's the matter? Tasso says, hello, good man. James is using emojis. Luminary says, hi, Alfredo. Alfredo says, what a coincidence. You guys are too funny. Calvin says, hey, Alfredo. Luminary says, hi, Tasso. Alfredo says, why do you do this to me, Tasso? I'm just trying to have a relaxed Sunday. Anne says, they really don't think things through these days. These teenagers, do they? No, they don't. And Anne, you didn't either when you were that young. Remember, we were all teenagers at one time. Dundee says, not great, but good given the circumstances. Okay, you're not great, but good is good. I'd like to hear that, Dundee. Awesome. Alfredo says, hey, Luminaries. West Country says, hi, Alfredo. Calvin says, I sub to Luminaries and Dundee. Oh, great, Calvin. Alfredo says, hey, Jeff and Precious Calvin. Tasso says, Alfredo Leon, what are you doing? Tasso says, hello there, Luminary Shine Fishing. Alfredo says, hello, West Country. Luminary says, Calvin, I got you too. Awesome, guys, make new friends. Luminary says, cute doggo. Rubberneck says, high 94 in Southeast Michigan today. Ugh. Sorry to hear that, guys. I guess there's a heat wave up north. Pretty bad. James says, I've subbed to everybody. Ann says, this is a huge dog. I don't even want to imagine what he could do to a kid if he starts hating him. Right, Ann? I hear you. Calvin says, thanks, Luminaries. West Country says, hi to James. Andy says, yes, Ann. Dundee says, I think I subbed everyone in here now. Thank you, Dundee. James is giving us a smiley face. Tasso says, I'll try and make Scrabble later. What time are you thinking? Alfredo has decided to challenge me. Oh, I look forward to it. How's 2 o'clock? Is 2 o'clock okay? Maybe 1 o'clock? I don't know. You guys tell me what time. I can do any of those times that I put up there. So you guys tell me what's best for you guys. Tasso smiles. James says, me too. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Happy Sunday, everybody. Alfredo says, Calvin, Tasso is a great friend of mine. Sorry for saying this, but I think it would be awesome to sub each other because you both have precious animals to show to the world. Yeah, Tasso has Linda. Linda. How is Linda, Tasso? Tasso has a beautiful, sweet, beautiful cat named Linda. West Country says, just remember, if you sub, say hi on a short so they can return the favor. Yeah, try to leave a comment, everybody, okay? And says, I don't remember doing silly stuff like that. Kelly, I was an angel. I was an angel. And I can't even say it without laughing. Wink, wink. That's right. We were all teenagers. We all did silly stuff. Well, most of us. Probably 95% of us did really stupid, silly stuff as teenagers. Right? Lisa says hi to Alfredo. Rubberneck says beach day. There you go. Going to the lake. Enjoy. You know how much I love the beach. Calvin says thanks to Alfredo. West Country's using emojis. Thank you, West Country. Matthew says thanks for the subs, Dundee Health and Fitness. Awesome, Matthew. See, making new friends. James using emojis. Thanks, James. Lisa says Daisy looks so adorable. Did you see her? She went to the spa. Actually, the spa came to her. Yeah, she got a grooming yesterday. She badly needed it. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Alfredo says, hello, Lisa. Hello, Ann. Calvin says, I just subbed to Tasso. Oh, you'll love Tasso. He's so sweet. Rubberneck says, Waldo behind the boat. You love Waldo behind the boat. Ow! I took that down. Knuckles here, hey? Knuckle busted, numbskull. See, I need water because I've already been sweating. Knuckle busted, numbskull. How you doing, buddy? He says, good morning, Mrs. Daisy. Everybody say hi to my friend Knuckle. You know Knuckle. He says, good morning, everybody. Tasso says 1 p.m. sounds good. Okay, 1 o'clock. Okay. We'll do 1 o'clock, and then maybe if Civi wants to play, maybe she can do 3 o'clock. Maybe we'll do 2 games. Wow, I guess I really was super thirsty. 1 o'clock, Tasso. Okay. West Country says, hey there, knuckle busted numbskull. Andy says, 5 a.m. when you're all asleep, I might win then. You would do fine, Andy. Tasso says, thank you so much, Calvin. James is using emojis. Thank you, James. Knuckle says, hi, West Country. Luminary says, hi, Knuckle. Knuckle says, good morning, mate. James using emojis. Thank you, James. Alfred says, Calvin, man, it's just awesome. As soon as you get that ice, man, you get hooked. That's a great channel. Calvin the Boston Terrier, that's a great channel. Yeah. And his dad's really great. Yeah. You'll really love him. Knuckles says, how's Lumi Fishing doing? Tasso says, Linda is great, and Keithos is enjoying his time outside with the warmer weather. Wait a minute, what? Thanks for Keithos is outside? Keithos is the bird, you guys. He has a beautiful, beautiful bird. What do you mean outside? Is he in a cage outside? Sonal's here. Sonal says, good morning. Sonal is all about freedom. Hey, my friend, how are you? Sonal's here, everybody. Say hi, Sonal. Sonal is using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. James says, good morning. Hi, James. Luminary says, hi, Sonal. Calvin says, oh, thanks, Alfredo. He does have beautiful, bold eyes. He does. He really does. Calvin is so beautiful and cute. Calvin says, hi, Sonal. Berry says, good morning to Sonal. Sonal says, good morning, Lumi. Calvin says, hi, Sonal. Alfredo says, hey, Sonal. Sonal says, good morning to Knuckle. West Country says, hey, Sonal, all about freedom. Rubberneck says, hello, Sonal. Knuckle says, 200 away. 200, you guys. There's another one I'm watching. I'm going to run a playlist for you. I'll run it tonight. Last night I ran a Magnetic North Adventures playlist overnight. Tonight I'll run you, Knuckle. Awesome. Everybody, tune into my friend Knuckle Bus and Numbskull. Go play a playlist, replay a live stream, catch a live stream. He's 200 hours away, you guys. From 4K, right, Knuckle? 4K. Someone says, hello, Rubberneck. James says, hi. Hi, James. And says, Kelly, I did worse when I think about it today. At age 16, I used to hike in the middle of the night all by myself, never even giving it a thought. I was 1,000% lucky. Nothing happened to me. Right, Ann? See? Think back to when we were teenagers, you guys. We all did stupid stuff. Cut them a little slack, okay? Of course you did, Ann. Of course you did. Someone says, hello, James. Calvin says, I think Daisy May, a surfer and Hendo should do a Pomeranian collab video. That would be cute as overload. That would be cute. That would be really cute. Matthew says, I drink smart water. Good, Matthew. Someone says, good morning to West Country. Barry says, hooked on a feeling. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high, I'm believing that you're in love with me. I said I'm hooked on a feeling. Right, that song? I know that song. Alfredo says, Dundee, hello. I'm sub back. Rubberneck says, I'd love to go fishing today, but too hot. Yeah, too hot. Tasso's in the cage. Okay. I thought maybe you let him out. James says, bye. Bye, James. Lisa says, good morning, Solo, my friend. Alfredo says, indeed, my friend, I'm raising money to buy a house in Boston. At the moment, I have $100. $100 better than $0. Someone says, doing well. How are you? I'm doing great. Did you have a good night's sleep? Someone says, hello, Lisa. Rubberneck says, kayaking sounds fun. Hot day on the water. Take a cooler and go. That's not too bad, as long as it's like through the trees. Someone says, hello, Alfredo, and Tasso with emojis. Tasso says, hello, my friend Sono. Rubberneck says, I get too hot. I can just get in the water. That's true, too. Yeah. Alfredo says, hey, Sono. Sono says, oh, Tasso and Alfredo's here, so they're having a gentle debate. They're just having fun. Alfredo and Tasso go way back. Anne says, sorry to admit, I was also brainless then. You were brainless, Anne? You're so funny. Right? We all do that stuff. We do. Someone says hello to Anne. Rubberneck says, as teens, we did a whole lot of stupid stuff. We did. Andy says, just then, Anne. Matthew says, not me. When I was a teenager, I was never allowed to leave the house. Really? Why? Were you in a bad area? Calvin says, the song reminds me of college. Someone says, hello, Andy. Hello, Carl. Did I miss Carl? I think he meant Calvin. All right. Anne says, Andy. Andy says, hi, Sono. Andy says, Anne, LOL, you're the best mate. Tasso says, I don't think he'd come back if I let him out, although some birds do. Some birds do. Sono says, yep, I had a good night's sleep. Awesome. Anne says, hi, Sono. Calvin's a silly question, but is it a guarantee that there are alligators in that water right there? No, there's no alligators in there. Very unlikely. Matthew says, I had a Caesar. I had Seizure? Oh, you had a seizure? Is that what you mean? True Color Angels, hello from France. Hello from France. Welcome, welcome from France, guys. We got some black clouds moving in. Those look like storm clouds to me. What do you think? I'm thinking storms coming in. Matthew says yes. Oh, okay. You had a seizure. Well, that's understandable then. That's understandable that you couldn't go out. I went to school with a boy who had a seizure in school, and it's a very scary thing to have. So I'm sorry about that, Matthew. Calvin says hello, True Colors Angel. Hello, True Colors Angel. Welcome, welcome from France. You know, I've been to Europe, but I've never been to France. Oh, that's not true. We had a layover in Paris once. So I have been to France, but just in the airport. And I was going to buy some macaroons, and I didn't. Now I'm punching myself that I didn't. Matthew says it messed up my whole life. Oh, I'm sorry, Matthew. I understand. Calvin says that counts. It does count. Because we were in there for a while, and I walked all through the airport looking for macaroons. And when I finally found them, the line was so long I didn't want to wait. So I didn't get any. It sure does count. So happy Sunday, everybody. I'm caught up in the chat. First of all, thank you, everyone, for stopping in and saying hello to me. And good morning and happy Sunday. And everybody, you know, if you're in the heat wave, stay in the AC as much as you can. Use fans. Drink some water. Even if you don't like water, drink some type of a water beverage. Okay? Ryan says hi to Matthew. You don't realize that even the little bit of sweating, how much your body loses water. And you have to replenish that water source. Please and thank you. And if you want to see a beautiful rainbow, I posted a beautiful rainbow from right here this morning on my shorts page on my channel. Stitch Love. Stitch Love's here. Stitch Love, how are you? Come here, girl. Give me a big hug. Come here, Stitch Love. I want a big hug from Stitch Love. How's my girl Stitch Love doing? Hi, Stitch Love. I'm so happy you're here. Matthew says, hey, Ryan. And says, I want to go swim. Wish I could go swim. Swim, swim, swim. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. And what's that? What kind of nursery rhyme is that? Andy says, I'm feeling a granddad Kip coming on. Catch you again soon. All right, Andy. Thanks for being here. Have a great Sunday, okay? Everybody check out my friend Andy. He's from Yorkshire. Love you, Andy. Thank you so much for stopping in. You're so sweet. Ann says, enjoy, Andy. Gonna join you soon. Ann says, oops, not literally. LOL. Ann. Stitch Love says, I'm okay, slowly getting worse. How are you? Sorry I'm late. Okay, Stitch Love, a couple of things. One, don't be sorry. You're not late. Whenever you can stop in, I appreciate it. But don't ever think that you're late. You're not late. And second of all, what do you mean you're getting worse? I want you to leave here happier than when you came in, Stitch Love. Is there anything that you want to talk about, Stitch Love? You want to talk a little bit? Because when you leave here, I want you to leave here with a smile on your face, young lady. Smiles. Ann says, Kelly, did you watch the series Reacher? Yes. Yes, we did. I also read the books. I read all the Jack Reacher books. But yes, we did watch the first 2 series, or first 2 seasons, I think. How many seasons are there? You started it? Yeah, I know we did the first, is there 3 seasons? No, she's in bed. Stitch Love, she's in bed, but you gotta see her because she got a haircut. There's 3. I only saw 2. Peace out. I saw 2 seasons. Stitch Love, go over to the channel and look at, I put up some shorts. Daisy got a haircut. She had a bath and a spa day. It'll make you smile, Stitch Love. And says there's 3. Stitch Love, aw, Stitch Love, there you go. Little Daisy. Just watching Daisy makes you feel better. She just makes you smile. She's 4. She just turned 4. Stitchlove says, okay, be right back. Rubbernecks and emojis, thank you. She just turned 4, and we've had her a little over a year. We got her when she was 2.5, almost 3. She was almost 3 when we got her. Yeah, she's beautiful. We love her. She's our family. And she's very sweet as well. Calvin is 5. It'll be 6 in October. Oh, nice. He's so cute, too. My friends have Boston, those are Boston, what are those called? Boston Terriers? Duh. Calvin the Boston Terrier, duh. My friends have 2 of them up in New York. Yeah, they're so cute. Ooh, the dark clouds are moving in, guys. And not looking good. I think we're gonna get some rain. They are fun, lots of personality. Yeah, yep. Absolutely, Calvin, they are. Stitchlove says, okay, I'm back. Did it make you feel better, Stitchlove? Did little Daisy put a smile on your face? Rubberneck says, dark clouds, I know. But we're gonna play Scrabble this afternoon, so I don't think we're going anywhere. I gotta maybe run to Lowe's. I gotta get something at Lowe's. It made you feel a little better, Stitchlove? Oh, good. If she comes out, I'll let you see her. Oh, and by the way, guys, cheers. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you too, Knuckle. So what's everybody doing today? Rubberneck's gonna go to the beach or maybe kayaking. How about everybody else? What are you guys doing on Sunday? Who's got Sunday plans? Sunday. Rubberneck says y'all have a happy fun day Sunday. Thank you, Rubberneck. You too. Enjoy wherever you go on the water. Enjoy the beach. Enjoy the kayak. Have fun, Rubberneck. Knuckles says, I'll be giving the mud a bath. Oh, you're giving the doggy a bath? Nice. And says, I'm also going to go nap now. Can't keep my eyes open. Oh, thanks, Ann, for being here. Enjoy your nap. Happy Sunday, Ann. She says, have fun, everybody. You too, Ann. Enjoy your nap. Knuckles says, it's his most favorite thing to do. Really? Oh, my God, that's so cool. Rubberneck and the smiley face. Thank you, Rubberneck. Have fun. Thanks for stopping in. I'm enjoying this tea, I'll tell you that. I am gonna pull up a chair though, guys, because I've been standing since I came out. He hates it. He hates it. The Brian Hart's channel says, I just subscribed to Knuckle. Oh, you'll love Knuckle. He's fantastic. I didn't know I thought you meant he really liked it. Calvin says, I have to get going, but this was a lot of fun chatting this morning. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Calvin, the Boston Terrier. Thank you so much, Calvin and Jeff. Have a great Sunday. Appreciate you so much stopping by. What do I say bye to Calvin and Jeff? Stitchlove says, all I plan on doing is watching basketball and crying. No crying. No crying, Stitchlove. No. Stop that. You sit and watch basketball and enjoy it. Think happy thoughts. Think positive thoughts. No crying, Stitchlove. Try not to do that. Knuckles says, cool, thank you, Reinhardt. Reinhardt says, please return the connection, Rubberneck. Lisa says, Calvin, have a great day. The Hedge is here. The Hedge said, hi. Hi, Hedge. Welcome, the Hedge. Cute name. Welcome. Knuckles says, no, he has the look of him like, oh, I'm in trouble, right? Calvin says, thanks. Thank you, Calvin. The Reinhardt channel says, thank you as well, Knuckle. Yeah, some people wait 24 hours to sub back. Some people sub back, a couple days later. Handmade and homegrown. Hey there. She says, happy Sunday, everybody. Hello, handmade, homegrown. Good to see you. Lee's here, Magnetic North. Hi, Lee. Are you still lively? Are you? I was in Lee's live this morning as well. Handmade, welcome. Magnetic North, Lee, welcome. Knuckle says, did you leave a comment? Reinhardt's channel. Lee says, hi to Knuckle Bust and Numbskull. Lee, yeah, Lee's here. Lee had a live. Nice live, too, by the way. I wish I could have caught more of it. Lee, I played your playlist last night, overnight. I'm done. I was slingshotting. Yes, you were. Yeah, Richard Mint Chocolate Chip Ball said he'd give you 20 pounds if you hit something with, and I'm like, oh, he's shooting a slingshot. Yeah, that's so cool. Lee says, hi, I'm handmade, homegrown. How you doing, handmade? Happy Sunday. Lee says, thank you. You are welcome. Knuckles says, sweet, can't wait to see it, Lee. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. I'm gonna watch the rest of your from today. You're so welcome. Yeah, mint chocolate chip balls. I was there. I saw them. Oh, I'm so nice to see everybody. Lee says hi to all in chat. Magnetic North Adventures. Handmade says, good morning, Magnetic. Handmade, homegrown, how are you guys? And what are your Sunday plans? Anybody got plans for today? Guys, hold on one second. Sorry, guys, I had to tell my husband something really quick. Sorry about that. Adrian's here. Hi, Adrian. Welcome, Adrian. How you doing, buddy? Greg's from Maine is here. Greg, hi, Greg. Good morning from rainy Maine. Mary Skiggs is here. She's watching commercials. Hi, Adrian and Greg. Welcome, guys. How's it going? Good morning. Lisa says, sweet dreams to Ann. Yeah, Ann, have a nice nap. Lisa says hi to Lisa and hi, Adrian. And hi to Greg from Maine. Knuckles says, hi, Greg. Good morning. Lisa says, hi, Mary. Adrian says, Magnetic North Adventures, how you doing? Handmaids, I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. The only plans I have today is to visit other channels and show some love. Aw, how nice, Handmaid. Well, thank you for stopping here. I appreciate that so much. Lee says, Knuckle, can I ask something, please? Mary Skid says, hi, guys. Hi, Mary. Thank you for watching ads, Mary. How you doing this morning? Did you have your friends? Did you have your friends for breakfast, Mary? In case you guys don't know. Not only does Mary Skiggs work very hard, she also has the beautiful, furry, fluffy, feathery, beautiful birds for breakfast. Check out Mary's gigs, and not just her gigs. Check out also her birds. Sorab, hey, you got a membership? Yes, Sorab, welcome back. Good to see you. Mary says, not yet. Knuckles says, yes, of course. Hey, Sorab, welcome. Knuckles says, anything, buddy. Lee says, Knuckle, can you do a video how to hold short sling and how to pull band? Like a demonstration. That would be a good idea. West Country says, sorry, mate. Popped around, I'm back now. That's okay, West Country. Knuckles says, yeah, I can do that. Sono says, hello to Lee. Sorab says, thank you. Good to see you guys again. Good to see you too, Sorab. Welcome back. Take a look at the member stuff. Lee says, I love you to do step by step. That will help me 50 shots, only 7 hit. Magnetic says, hey Sono, and also hey West Country. Yep. That's what I like too, Lee, our step-by-step instructions. From the simplest little thing to the most complex thing, I need step-by-step instructions if it's something new, especially because I'm older now. I understand, Lee. That would be great. Magnetics North Adventure says hi, Sorab. Sorab says hi back to Magnetic. Happy Sunday, folks. Sorry, guys. There. I wanted to sit down. Sorry, guys. I wanted to grab a seat. And I ended up kicking everything all over the place. Oh, we have a plane. The screen there, you couldn't see it really good. Lee says, Knuckle gives you an extra video also. That's true. Knuckle says, you're sub to my Sling channel, Lee. Sorab says, those planes are scary to ride. Those are little planes, right? Lee says, hope you're all doing well. Thank you, Lee. There's another plane. You prefer the big planes? Me too. Larry's here. When Larry sings. Good morning, Daisy. I was wondering if we would see you today. Welcome, Larry. Happy Sunday, buddy. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Larry. Hold on, guys. Magnetic North Adventure says, yes, Knuckle, I'll send photo of it, then can advise. Someone says the cloud on the left looks like a duck. It does. It does look like a duck. It does. Magnetic North says, hi, Larry. Sonal also says, hi, Larry. Lee says, yes, Sonal, I see that. Sonal says, Larry, I was wondering too. Yeah, I usually do Monday through Friday and Sunday, but lately I've been adding Saturday in. I've just been coming on a little bit later at 9 o'clock so that people can sleep a little longer, or I could sleep. Oh, it's raining. It's raining, guys. I don't know if you could see it, but it's raining. Gonna have to look for that rainbow. Maybe we'll see another rainbow. Lee says, Sonal Lee, awesome. So Reb says, wish I could visit. Does anybody want to buy me a ticket to Florida? Lee says, love the Saturday show. Oh, thank you, Lee. Thank you. Thanks, guys. We have a little bit of a rain shower going on. Just a little one. Oh, happy Sunday, folks. Happy Sunday. Sorab says, that's nice. It was raining here, too. There's a heat wave in the UK. Yes. Many of our people here are from the UK, and there's a heat wave in the northeast, or in the north of the United States as well. Texas says, good morning, Daisy Main Chat. Hi, Andrew, North Texas bird feeder. Good morning, my friend. Hope you are all having a great Sunday. Thank you. I hope you are, too. Lisa, Saturdays I have a little to do, so it's great to see you. Oh, it's great to see you too. It's always great to see you, Lee. Lisa's hi, North Texas, Andrew. Sonal says hello to bird feeder Andrew. So Rep says thanks, Sonal. I appreciate the gesture. Magnetic North says I'm in the UK too. Yes, yep. Paula's here, Granny Paula. Hi, Paula. She says like 34. Good Sunday morning. Oh, hey, Paula, welcome. Good morning. Sonal says you're welcome. So Rep. Sonal says hello to Paula. Lee says hi, Paula. Paula says hi, Sonal. Hi, Magnetic. And so Reps also says hi to Paula. How's Paula doing today on Sunday? She says hi, Sorab. Like 37. Oh, thank you, Magnetic North Adventures Lee. Thank you. Everybody hit that like button if you would, please. Oh, thank you guys so much. Oh, thank you for the love, Paula. Sorbus, I think the airplane is coming back. There's a small airport over there. Lee's using emojis. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, everybody. Happy Sunday. Someone says, give the like button a wiggle. I like that. Wiggle that like button. Give it a little wiggle. I like that. Sonal sending love. Thank you, Sonal. Andrew says, hello, Magnetic and Sonal. I keep missing your live streams, but I'll catch one someday soon, I hope. Aw. Yeah, we just do the best we could do, right? Give it your all. Sometimes you gotta just sit back and chill, right? Let's just sit back and chill. Granny Paula says, hey, North Texas, and she's gotten coffee. She has coffee. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. West Country says, hey, North Texas bird feeder. Magnetic North says, North Texas, my next one Thursday morning, early USA time. Thank you for trying. West Country says, hey, Granny Paula. Paula says, hi to Mudlarks. Sorb says, how are your crossword puzzles going? I haven't joined for a while. They're going good. They're going good. I've been taking a break a little bit here and there because I'm just so tired. But I love doing the crossword puzzles. Thanks for asking, Sorab. Someone says, North Texas is okay. I keep missing lives too. We'll try to pop into your live. Yeah, you just do the best you can do, guys. Some days you may spend a lot of time on here, and some days you may spend very little, right? Paul says, yes, please take breaks, Daisy. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. Sorry for the planes, you guys. There's a small aircraft airport right here in our city. So, oops, I spoke too soon. Did you find one, Sonal? You found a live stream? Awesome. Knuckles says, if you would say hi to Louise for me, that would be great. Hi, Louise. Hello, Louise. Who's Louise? Is that your wife, Knuckle? Knuckle busted numbskull. If you would say hi to Louise for me, that would be great. Hello, Louise. Magnetic North says, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone, whether live, likes, comments, or just in others' lives. I love to know that you're all okay. Right, Lee? Me too. That's the same. Yep. Lisa, Paula says hi to Knuckle. West Country says, right, I'm off. Take care, and I'll try catch later on your Scrabble. Okay, West Country, thank you so much. Thank you, West Country. Have a great rest of your day. Granny Paula says, hi, Louise. And take care, Mudlarks. West Country says, you too, Paula. Knuckle says, it's a friend's wife. Oh, it's a friend's wife. Well, hello, Louise. Paula's using emojis. Thank you, Paula. Lee says, later, West Country. Sonal says, hello, Louise. Hello, Louise. Sorab says, I have to tidy up and get ready for the next week. Thanks for letting me hang out. See you guys soon. Bye, Sorab. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping back. Stop back anytime. Have a great rest of your day. West Country says, bye, Lee. Paula says, take care, Sorab. Sonal says, take care, West Country. Knuckles says, bye, West Country. Yep. Hello and goodbye. West Country says, bye, Sonal. Sonal says, take care, Sorab. Magnetic North says, take care, Sorab. West Country's a C, a knuckle busting numbskull. Tool Man, hey Tool Man. Everybody, you guys know Tool Man. Tool Man is Handmaid's hubby. Welcome, Tool Man. How's it going? Happy Sunday morning. Sono says hello, Tool Man. So does Lee. Lee says hello. Well, good morning. See, I'm dehydrated.
What you doing, neighbor?
How's it going? Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. That was my neighbor. I told ya. My neighbor's back. Someone says hello, Toolman. Toolman says good morning, everyone. Lee says good morning to Toolman. Paula says hi, Toolman. Toolman says so Reb hi. And hi, Granny Paula, good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday, whether it's your morning time, your afternoon time, your nighttime, depending on where you live. Toolman says hi to Magnetic North. Paula's using emojis. Sonal says, I got so many nicknames. Excuse me, I should be named Michelangelo, the nickname master from TMT. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yep. Granny Paula's LOL. Sonal says LOL. Oh, it is warm, guys. It is warm. It is very warm. Happy Sunday. Look at that cloud. What do you see over there? Paula says we are in the heat dome now for the week. I heard, Paula, I heard it's so hot up north. I heard it's terrible. My neighbors are out. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, they're still talking. Someone says, hey, Paula. Paula's using emojis. Dundee Health and Fitness. I just combed Layla, and I almost have enough hair to make a second cat. My son did that one time. My son combed his dog, and he put all the hair next to the dog, and when the dog was laying down, it looked like two dogs. Paula says, good for berries and peppers. Yeah, the rain is good for the gardens, right? And the heat. Granny Paula says, hello, Dundee. Dundee says, hey, Paula, I subbed. You don't have to sub to Paula. She does not do content. Paula is a spectator. Sonal's just emojis. Thank you, Sonal. And he says, hello, Dundee. Hello, and hello, and hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, he's pulling away in a boat. He's leaving in a boat, see? Lee says, hi, I'm Kay. Dundee says, hi back. Guy never goes out in his boat. Now he's going out in his boat. There he goes. There he goes. See him? There he goes. Dundee sub to Toolman. I think Toolman might just be a support channel as well, but I'm not sure about that. Lee says, I want to get home and so I could join your live. Oh, thank you, Lee. That's so sweet. I couldn't believe it when I saw you live this morning. I was so happy to see you. I got to make sure that your bell is on. Paul says, plans for today? No. Scrabble. We're going to play Scrabble. We'll play Scrabble this afternoon. That's about it. Kisses the Daisy Magic Cat. You got it, Paula, of course. Dundee says at 27 subs now. Had 15 this morning. Only 23 to go. Good. Good. Aries World. Hi, Aries World. Hi, Daisy May. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Happy Sunday Fun Day to you too, guys. Happy Sunday, Aries World. Handmaid says, Toolman is just a support channel. He helps me. Yes. It's just a support channel. Aries World says, hey, Barry. Lee says, hi, Aries World. Aries World says, hey, Handmaid. Paula says, hi, Aries World. Hi, Handmaid. Aries World says, Granny Paula. Hooray. Yeah, Granny Paula, right? I love her. Lisa says, hi, Paula. Paula's laughing. Lee says, Maddie said, didn't get notice you was on. Oh. I don't know. Sometimes I get notifications and sometimes I don't. I don't understand it. Aries World says, hello, Dundee. Paula said, hi, Lisa. Aries World said hi to both of them. Lisa and Magnetic. Someone says, something strange is happening with YouTube. I lost 2 subs and I got them back. Lisa says, Sonal, that's odd. Paul says, this is a smile. Lisa's smiling. Oh, okay. Lisa smiles a lot. She sure does. Aw, thank you, Lee, using those emojis. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. Yeah, really odd. On the upside, we just hit 3,400. Last night sometime we got 3,400, you guys. YouTube is weird. It is strange. Paula, you're right. She does make us smile. She does. Just her name makes you smile, Lisa. Paula says, like little fairies behind the scenes messing with us. Right, Paula? Right. Ryan says, Granny. Paula says, Sonal, happy face. Aries Rose says, we had eggs and bacon. Oh, delicious. Yummy. Paula says, hi to Ryan. Sonal says, hello, Ryan. That sounds like a good breakfast. Eggs and bacon, my favorite. Sonal says, hello, Ryan. Paula says, Aries World, that sounds good. Lisa, Sonal, if there was someone haven't seen for a while, check in on them. They may be busy or going through a rough patch. I endeavor to check on people if not seen. Yep, me too. Me too. Lisa says, I smile more like this. Aries World says, hi, Sonal. Who brought the cookies today? Troll House cookies. Lisa says, hi to Ryan. Someone says, yummy. And Paula's using emojis. Look, guys. Isn't that insane? Isn't it crazy? It's crazy. It's crazy. Paula said, thanks for carrying magnetic. Paula says, and Daisy carrying too. Oh, I love you guys. I know I need to take breaks on YouTube. Yes, not take breaks, everybody. Awesome. Thank you, Aries World. Someone says, Lee, thank you for letting me know. I didn't know not commenting will mark them as spam. Paul says, wait, what did we look at? Oh, my sub count. 3406. 3406. Can you believe it? I can't believe it, you guys. Lisa says, how many cookies are needed? I'll send some. Well, I'll have 2. Lisa says, I just decided part melted chocolate from the sun, not the best. Next time I'll make sure it's cool. Yeah, partly melted. Yuck. Stone says, Paula, you are awesome and caring. Paula is great. Paula says, awesome. Thank you, Paula. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we're growing. Oh, thank you, Handmade. So exciting. Paula says, hi, Sonal is freedom. And thank you so much. I'm in shock, you guys. I'm in shock. Sonal says, sharing is caring. Oh, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Sonal, for the cookies. You're welcome, Paula. Yeah. Cookies for everybody. Yummy, yum, yum. Yeah, I love chocolate chip cookies. Who doesn't like Troll House cookies, huh? There we are. We're all going to have cookies. I'm still having a little bit of tea, so cookie sounds good to me. Handmade homegrown juice and emoji. Thank you. Aries World sending more cookies. Paul says, Sonal, big hugs to an equally caring peep. Oh, Sonal's wonderful too. He's so sweet. Sonal says, that is what my nephew will say. Sharing is caring. That's a good saying to know. Sharing is caring. You hear the birds? I think the parrots are over there. I can see them flying around too. Sonal sending love hearts to Paula. Lee says, no, Sonal doesn't mark as spam. It means there may be something on and people like know others haven't forgotten them. It doesn't mark it as spam. I'll always let know if I'm offline a few days so someone knows. Oh, okay. Good. Someone says, Lee, thumbs up. I'm new to the YouTube world. Me too. I'm new. I am learning as I go. Excuse me. I am learning as I go. People are teaching me how to do stuff. I'm teaching people how to do stuff. We're all helping each other. And right? And that's what it's supposed to be like. If I can help somebody, I'm going to help somebody. If I don't know how to help somebody, I'm going to try to find somebody who can help somebody. I'm nearly 3 years on YouTube. Really? 3 years? Well, I've been on, what, 1.5 years? But I didn't really start working on my channel till like a year ago. So I really have only been on for a year. Rigby here. Hey, Rigby, it's 10:20. Magnetics, every day's a lesson. Every day is a lesson. Yes, it is. That's very considerate. Magnetic. Hi, Rigby. Rigby, Khalid, Zoe Pug, how you doing? It's 10:20. You're in the same time zone as me. Lisa says flowers for the ladies. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You're so sweet. Flowers for the ladies. We gotta pin that because that's so nice. That's a beautiful Sunday thing. Someone says, hello, Rigby. Lisa says, I only started lives a month ago. I was gonna say, maybe that's why I don't have your bell on, which reminds me, let me check right now. Make sure I have your bell on. all everything. You know what I mean? Rigby says I'm good. Sonal says hi. Hi, Sonal. Welcome back. Paula says, thank you, Lisa. Here's a rainbow for you. Thank you, Paula. Aries wrote to Lisa, we have flowers here for my daughter's dance recital. They're beautiful. Oh, how beautiful. Half Empty's here. Hi, Half Empty. Good morning. Stopping in and saying hello. Thank you so much, Half Empty. How you doing? Sonal's laughing. Magnetic North says, oh, thank you, Daisy. Paula says, lovely Aries world. Sonal says, hello, Half Empty. And so does Lisa. Hello to Half Empty. I really do like to catch people's lives when they go live. I really enjoy it. You get to see them, or if you don't get to, like me, you can't see me, but you can talk to me. I do enjoy people's live streams. I really do. Rigby says, pretty last night. Hello, Michelle. Someone says, hello, Michelle. Michelle D, you snuck in. Hi, Michelle, how are you? Aw, good to see you. Paula says hi to Half Empty, and there's Michelle. And Michelle said hi. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? Paula says hi to Michelle. Half Empty says, doing well, Daisy, on my way to work. Into work. You got to work on Sunday, buddy? Sorry about that. Rigby said pretty last night. Hi, Michelle. Someone says hi, Michelle. Half Empty says, hope all is well for Buddy. Have a great day. Thank you, Half Empty. You too. Don't work too hard either. Paul says, Daisy, how are the games on Discord? The word game. I'm still working on that, Paula. I don't know how to play that stuff. I've never played those games, so I'm learning as I go, but they're going okay, I guess. Michelle says, I'm a little tired today. Paula says, me too. Yeah, me too. I'm a little tired Sunday. That's why we just take it easy. We ease into our morning. Paula says, okay. Yeah, I'm learning, Paula. User not found. Is this in Florida? Yeah. Hi, user not found. Where are you from? This is Florida, yes. And welcome, user not found. Welcome. Magnetic says hi to Michelle. Michelle. Oh, yeah, Lee, I do have your bell on all. It's on all. So hopefully, I don't think I got one this morning, but I'll check. Paula says hello to the user. The user not found says, I'm in Plano, Texas, and split time at Aventura. Get out of here, really? This is near Fort Lauderdale. Oh, welcome, user not found. Welcome. Michelle says, I went to water park here in Georgia yesterday and had a blast. Oh, Michelle, I love water parks. That sounds so much fun. Paula says, please hit the like button, and thanks. Please hit the like button. Lee says, I thought you said you did, yes. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, though. You know, sometimes, I don't know. I just like to double check myself. Oh, yeah, Lee, I see you have 6 lives, and it looks like I've watched 4 of them. So I have 2 more to make up for you. Awesome. Magnetic North says, hi, Barry. Paula says, hi, Barry. Barry says, user not found has been found. Nice. Granny Paula says, nice for Michelle going to the water park. That's awesome. I'll put it up in the community if going live the day before. Oh, great, Lee. Paula says, hi, Barry. So does Lee. Hello, Granny Paula. Hello, Magnetic North. He uses a magnet. I like it. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. 603 Magna Pirate Jason's here. Jason, how's it going? Now, Jason sounded like he had a really nice day the other day. Michelle says, I went swimming, so that's why I'm tired. Oh, and you might be a little dehydrated, Michelle. Drink some fluids. Jason says, how is everyone? How's Jason? I'm good. Paula says, hi, 603. Jason says, hi, Granny Paula. Lee says, I'm not sure today's live will register as it ended and the phone restarted. Lee says, hi to Jason. Paula says, good, 603, having coffee. And you? Yep. I'm also having tea, guys. Cheers. Whoops. Cheers to you guys. Ah, that tea is so delicious. Jason says, just came back from magnet fishing with my new magnet. How did it go? What did you catch? Nobody really. Hello, nobody really? Who's really somebody? And it could be anybody. Hi, nobody really. How's it going? Good to see ya. Jason said, just a test run, so only found a couple lures. Oh, okay. Lisa's cool, Jason. Hope you found lots. Paula's using emojis. Nobody really. How's it going? Welcome, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Lisa's, hi, somebody. User not found says, I'm loving all the American flags. Paula says, hello, nobody really. Sona says, hello, nobody really. Paula says, have to get food, be right back. Jason says, same spot I've been going for a while and pretty much cleaned the area myself. Aries Rose says, hope the fishing was good. Turns out it was a test run. Nobody really says, Granny makes content, at least make a post. No, she's just a support channel. Sona says, hello, user not found. Michelle says, and I had 4 seizures while I was in the pool. So that wore me out too. I had a friend with me, so I was safe. Oh no, Michelle. Really? That's terrible. Do you get seizures often, Michelle? Should you have been in a pool? Are you allowed to do that? I don't know a lot about it. Someone says, hello, user not found. Oh, Michelle, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. So, Michelle, feel better? Yes, feel better. Oh, my goodness. Devin's here. Devin said, hi. Hi, Devin. How's it going? Lee says, I'm delaying magnet fishing and metal detecting so I can travel to USA in October. Nice. Someone says, hello, Devin. Lee says, hi, Devin. Maddie's here. Hey, Maddie. She says, good morning, Daisy. Well, I had to manually look for you. It wasn't showing you live. I wonder why. Hi, Maddie. Thank you so much for being here. She says, hi, Sonal. Hi, Lee. Hi, Devin. Coffee Cake Love and Bish is here. Hi, Coffee Cake. Hey, ladies. Nice to see you both. She says, hello. Lee says, hope recover ASAP, Michelle. Yes. Sonal says, hello, Maddie. Maddie says, hi, everyone. Hi, Maddie. Lee says, good morning, Maddie. Aries Rose says, hooray, Maddie and Devin. Yes. Basenji Adventures. Hey, Kenny, how's it going? He says, hi, everybody. Sonal says, hello, Coffee Cake. Devin says, hi, all dropped a like, Daisy. Thank you, Devin. Happy Sunday, my friend. Nobody really says Coffee Cake. Magnetic North says, hi, Basenji. Basenji says, I'm on an airplane right now. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh my goodness, Kenny, Basenji's on an airplane. Maddie says, not sure if it didn't show me Lee either when he was live, so I don't know. That's weird. I'm so sorry. Aries Rose says, hey, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake says, hi to Sonal. Nobody really says hello, Sonal. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Mary says, going out to feed the birdies. Oh, good, Mary. Look forward to your video. Mary's gigs, everybody. Sonal says, hello, Basenji Adventures. Lisa says, hi to Coffee Cake. Maggie says, hi, Aries World. Hi, Lisa. Jason says, do you run out of breath? And I have asthma, so yeah, sometimes I do. Coffee Cake says, hey, somebody really, how are ya? Nobody really says, using emojis, hello. Aries World says, I laughed at the user not found has been found, Barry Barry. Barry Barry's funny. He's got a good wit. He's witty. Mandy says, hi, 603. Basenji says, I'm going to Utah. Utah is one of the places on my bucket list. Enjoy. Are the dogs with you, too? Are you guys taking the dogs? Lisa says, hi, Coffee Cake. Michelle says, no, I don't get them a lot, but I'm allowed if I have a friend with me. Oh, okay. Geez, Michelle, that's very scary. I'm so sorry, girl. Coffee Cake says, hey, Aries rolled a magnetic hi. Maddie, Magna Pirate Jason says hi to Maddie. Maddie says hi to Michelle. Basenji Adventures, greetings from 32,000 feet. Greetings, Basenji Adventures. Coffee Cake says hi, Lisa. Maddie says hi, Michelle. Knuckles says hi, Maddie. JBCBs is here. Hi, JBCBs. Welcome. Chloe says, good morning, Daisy's mom. Have a happy Sunday, or happy Sunday, excuse me. Have a wonderful day, too. Thank you today. Thank you, JBCB's Bird Sanctuary, our beautiful friend, Chloe. Oh, thank you so much, young lady. You have a great day, too. Happy Sunday. Aries Wolf at 32,000 feet. Wowza. Yeah, that's up there. We probably saw you go down, here. You probably flew out of FLL, which is right down here. Maddie says hi to Basenji Adventures. Hi, Knuckle. Chloe says, have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much, Chloe. JBCB's Bird Sanctuary. Maddie says hi, JBCB's. Lisa says hi, Maddie. Maddie says hi, Coffee Cake. Someone says good morning, JBCB's. Jason says hi, Knuckle. Lee says hi, JBCB's. Basenji says hi, Aries World. JBCB says, oh, wow, Daisy's mom, I have asthma too. Yeah, it's not really full-blown bad asthma. But yeah, I was diagnosed with asthma 15 years ago. Basenji says, hi, Sonal. Just me, business trip. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy. Bradley Cooper's here. Hey, Bradley. I love you, Bradley. Bradley Cooper's here. Everybody say hi to Bradley. Coffee Cake says hi, Basenji and JBCBs. Aries Rose says hello, Basenji Adventures. Sonal says hello, Bradley Cooper. Aries Rose says, howdy, Bradley. Lee says, hi, Bradley. Coffee Cake says, hi, Bradley. Coffee Cake emoji. Hey, girl. Knuckle says, hey, 603. Bradley Cooper says, howdy, fam. Family. Hey, Bradley, how's it going? Basenji Adventure says, hi to anyone I missed, saying hi to everybody. Oh, it's a big blanket hello from Basenji Adventures. Hey, Kenny. Sonal says, hello, Jason. Rigby Collie says, hi, Basenji. Lisa says, hi, JBCBs. And Rigby Collie says, yes, my plane was also at 35,000 feet in the air. Yeah, that's high up there. Maddie says, hi, Rigby. Basenji says, I just subbed to Rigby Collie. Rigby Collie says, hi, Maddie. Maddie says, hi, Coffee Cake Bish. Lisa says, hi, Bradley. Rigby says, thank you. Lisa says, do me a favor, hug Daisy for me. I sure will, Michelle. I sure will. Coffee Cake Emoji says, hi to Maddie. Lisa dropped a link from Maddie's Nifty Creations. Maddie's Nifty Creations. She's wonderful, you guys. If you don't know her, go check out her channel. She's a beautiful lady with a beautiful family, and she does all kinds of really cool stuff. Really. Check out Maddie, everybody. And she says, thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. Knuckle says, sorry, Miss Daisy, but gotta go. That's okay, Knuckle. It's Sunday. Go have fun. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Knuckle. Everybody check out my friend Knuckle Bustin' Numbskull. He is almost up to his 4K. If you can watch him, please watch him. Take care, buddy. Someone says, take care, Knuckle. And Basenji says, like number 50? What? Wowza. Thank you, Kenny. Hit the like button, everybody. Thank you. Knuckle says, stay safe, Sonal. Magnetic North says, take care, Knuckle. Maddie says, super fun member video we dropped in Johnny's Corner. It will have you laughing. Daisy, yeah, I got to get over to Johnny's Corner. I played your playlist the other day, and I wanted to get over there and help him too. I'll check it out for sure, Maddie. And she says, thank you. You are welcome. Someone says, thank you, Knuckle. Knuckle says, I'll do that video later today, Lee. Oh, good. That's good. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. And don't forget, Mike the Bike Dasher is almost to his 4K as well. If you guys could help him out, that would be good. Michelle says, I got to duck my head in a waterfall. Oh, I got to duck my head in a waterfall yesterday too. It was fun, and I did not have a last-minute attack. Oh, that's good, Michelle. I'm glad to hear that. Lee says, thanks, Knuckle. Da, 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 da. Lee's using emoji. Thank you, Lee. Rigby Collins says, I just need 420 more till 4K. What? Congratulations. Wowza. That's fantastic. Kenny says, okay, gonna head out now, getting close. Have a nice Sunday. Thank you, Kenny. Safe travels, my friend. Thank you for sharing part of my Sunday, part of your Sunday with us. Have a good one. Safe travels, Kenny. Someone says, Michelle, glad to hear you didn't get the last minute attack. Yes. Someone says, take care, Kenny Basenji. And Brigby says, bye, Sonal. I'm still here, says Sonal. Rigby, I'm still here. Look at all the clouds. We got some clouds. Clouds, clouds. Basenji says, waving bye. Goodbye, Kenny. Thank you, buddy, so much. Rigby says, oh, I thought you were leaving. No, I'm not leaving, not yet. No longer. Sonal says, Rigby, LOL. No, if you have to leave, though, you leave. Go do whatever you have to do. We are going to be playing Scrabble this afternoon, guys, if anybody wants to play. Sometime after lunch. Barry says, what does a chicken coop only have 2 doors? Oh, why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors? Because if it had 4, it'd be chicken sedan. We got to pin that, Barry, because it's Sunday, and why not, right? Thank you, Barry, for that chuckle. I love that. Maddie says, have a great day, Lee. Maddie says, hi, Barry. Lee, I'm off for afternoon nap. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Thank you, Magnetic North Adventures. Our friend Lee, thank you so much. Everybody tune in to Magnetic North Adventures. Run a playlist, replay a live stream, watch his videos. He's working towards his WH. Please go over there and give him a hand, everybody. He's a great guy, great channel. Lee, thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate you so much. Enjoy your nap. Maddie says, have a great day. And also she says, hi, Barry. Arizona's chicken sedan, right? Chicken coop, chicken sedan. You get it. Maddie says, got to go check on the eggs. Okay, Maddie, thanks for stopping in. Jordan's here. Hey, Jordan. He says, hey, Daisy. Hi, Jordan. How's it going? Nobody really says single. Sonal says, chicken sedan, LOL. Rigby says, can I do a joke? Of course you can. Of course. Lee says, thank you. Thank you, Lee. Maddie says, have a great day, one. And Daisy, thank you for watching my video playlist, and the others, we appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Everybody check out Maddie's Nifty Creations. A beautiful channel and a beautiful lady. Lee says, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Lee. We'll see you then. Everybody check out Maddie's Nifty Creations and Magnetic North Adventures. Maddie says, I'm leaving you running here so you get the full view. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Thanks. Have a great day, everyone. You as well. Have a great Sunday with that beautiful family of yours. Jordan says, hey, chat. Hey, Jordan. How's it going? Diego, what's up? Hi, Diego. How's it going? Welcome to RC Crew. Maddie says, thank you, Daisy. Oh, thank you, Maddie. I appreciate you so much. Alex Xavier, the phone collector. Hi, what's up? What's good? Alex Xavier, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ryan says, hi, Maddie. Rigby says, your mom has 4 kids, Jennifer, Kate, and Madison. What's the last one? The last one is me. The last one would be me. Someone says, RC Crew, hi. Jordan says, hey, Diego, my brother. Someone says, hello, Alex Xavier. Maddie says, hi, Jordan and Diego. I better get those eggs. They're like gold now with those egg prices. You got that right, Maddie. Thank you so much. Diego says, hey, Jordan, what's up? Michelle says, I might have to go take another nap. I'll see if I'm up after lunch for Scrabble. Okay, Michelle. You rest, girl. You know, you had a trying day yesterday. Please, please rest. Diego and Jordan both say, hey, Sonal. I met someone's mom, my bad. Marvin says, hey, Daisy. Hi, Marvin. Xavier says, hey, Sonal. Jordan says, hey, Marvin. Diego says, what's up, Marvin? Rigby Kelly, I met someone's mom, my bad. Oh, someone's mom? Someone's mom has 4 kids. Jennifer Katie Mann, what's the last one? Well, the last one is supposed to be me, right? I'm not sure about that one. Someone says, I like Xavier's name. I do too. Xavier. It's very sophisticated, right? What do you see there? What does that look like right there? But it's mine. It's me. It's supposed to be you. What do you see in the clouds? Rigby, I have no idea. Rigby says, what's the last name in this sentence? What's the last name it's in this sentence? Diego says, hope you're doing well, Sonal. Lisa says, a dog running. Oh, Rigby, I have no idea. No idea. I don't know. I have no idea either. Jordan says, hey, Lisa. Aries World says, haha, Sonal's all about freedom. Diego says, yo, Lisa, what's up, bro? Rigby says, it's what? Marvin says, hey, Lisa. Rigby, I think you lost us with that joke. I think you need to let that joke just go. That joke, we didn't understand that one. Marvin says, hey, Lisa. Xavier says, it looks like a crab's claw. It does. It does. Someone says, the clouds look like it's breaking up a fight. That too. That too. You never know what you see in the clouds, right? You just never know. How are you, Sonal? Hey, good morning. Sonal says, good. Jordan, how are you? Yeah, we're going to come back and play Scrabble this afternoon after lunch. I'm not sure what time yet, if anybody wants to play. Nobody really says, rock your body. Yeah, yeah. Nobody really is using emoji. Thank you. Nobody really. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Jordan says, I'm tired. I haven't slept last night. Why not? Jordan, why didn't you sleep? Sonal was using emojis. Thank you, Sonal, and thank you, Sonal. And nobody really says, oh, oh. Thank you, Sonal. I have to work at night. Oh, I gotcha. So you're relaxing. Nobody really is using emojis, and so's Aries World. Thank you, guys. You know how much I love them. With Sonal. Sonal says, emojis. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Sonal. Sonal says, you're welcome. Jordan. Diego says, it's okay, Jordan. It's okay. It's all good. Yeah, I gotta run to Lowe's. I should probably do that after the stream here because then we're gonna come back later and play Scrabble. Jordan's making the moolah. Jordan says, yeah, it happens last night. Lisa says, I love them. Thank you, Lisa. I do too. Gig Life and More. Good morning, Daisy. Hi, Gig Life and More. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Another hard-working young lady. Marvin says, oh, Gig Life says, hi, Sonal. Gig Life and More. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Oh no, Jordan says, Sonal, I'm rolling my eyes at you. What is going on? Well, my tea, guys, I finished it. So cheers to you guys. It really was delicious. Thank you for sharing it with me. Giggle even more. Thank you so much for stopping in. Everybody's watching everybody. See our new tree? Look how big it's getting. Remember how little it was? It's doing pretty good. Marvin's using emojis. Diego's using emojis. RC. Someone's using them back. Everybody's watching everybody. It's all good. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. 54 likes. Sonal says, hey, Marvin. You hear the birds? Sorry, I'm back. I watch nature. Hey, Larry. You watch nature? Oh, that's good. What's going on over there? Diego says, ha, ha, ha. When Larry sings, welcome back, Larry. Welcome back, my friend Larry. Sonal says, Rigby, they do that to me sometimes. Right? They do. Yeah, they do sometimes. Look at that cloud, you guys. What do you see over there? Does it kind of look like a bear? She was walking Kelsey. Oh, how nice. That's wonderful. Rigby says, oh. Marvin says, hey, Sonal, guess what? Mary says, I forgot to record the birds while I was feeding them, so we have a pretty visit today. Aw, you forgot? That's okay. At least you got to have that, Mary. That's wonderful. Jordan says, hey, Mary. Sonal says, hello, Mary's gigs. Diego says, yo, Mary, what's up, bro? Marvin says, hey, Mary. Larry, did she say if it's hot over there? Because yesterday, Anthony said it was 97 degrees in Denver. So I was wondering if it's hot over there. You can't spell the dog's name? That's okay. I get it. Mary says, yeah, the one phone I have to hit the record button twice, and I didn't. I've had that happen to me as well. Marvin says, well, Sonal, guess what? Chicken butt. Rigby says, Daisy, I have a question. Go ahead, Rigby, go right ahead. Mary says, yeah, the one phone I have to, oh, gotcha. Larry says, yes, it was. Oh, it's hot? Okay. Mary says, hello, everybody. Hello, Mary. Sonal says, Marvin, I'm rolling my eyes at you. Mary says, I'm also getting ready for work, and I'll have Mike on the phone. Yeah, I have Mike on my iPad, too. Actually, it just shut off. I keep trying to keep this stuff going, and it shuts off on me. Mike the Bike Dasher. There he is. Okay. Margaret says, Sonal, LOL. Mary says, Daisy's on the table because that way I can get the commercials. Oh, the tablet. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Lisa says, 90 here now in Virginia. Oh, 90 already. It's not even 11 a.m., right, Lisa? Oh. George says, I'm watching Sonal. Rigby says, do you know where Primark is? No, I don't even know what Primark is. Sonal says, I love that emoji. Diego says, I'm covering my face, Sonal. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We're going to get ready to take off because I do got to run to the store. And we're coming back for Scrabble this afternoon, okay? So if you want to join us for a Scrabble game, get in line. It looks like there's going to be a line today, so maybe we can play 2 games. If people don't take 20 minutes to take a turn, we might have to start putting a little time limit on the turn taking if we want to get 2 games in. If we only want to play 1 game, I don't care how long it takes. 10:52, Lisa. Yeah, 10:52 here too. Yep. Take care, Sonal. Take care, everybody. Thank you, and thank you for being here. Lisa, same here. It's that hot. It's that hot, Sonal. Oh, yuck. One more time. Look at the cloud. What do you see in that cloud? Oh, look at that. What do you see over there? Larry says it gets hard sometimes. What gets hard, Larry? What's the matter? Hi, Say. Morning, Kay. It's hot as 90 already. See you soon. All right, Say. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Take care, buddy. Sonal says hello, Say. Diego says I love that boat, Daisy. Larry says Scrabble. Oh, okay. It's just for fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourselves for Scrabble, guys. It's just fun. Handmaid says see you this afternoon. You got it, handmade and homegrown. Barbara says bye, Daisy. Bye, everybody. We'll see you this afternoon, or we'll see you the next time. Take care and happy Sunday. Mary says Daisy on the tablet because they want to get the commercials. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You have a great day. I'm going to go out and do a little bit of work. I'll see you on your stream, Mary. Everybody check out Mary's gigs. And everybody in the chat. Sonal's all about freedom. Check out everybody. Say hello. All right? Bye, folks. Happy Sunday if I don't see you the rest of the day. Take care.